Thank y'all very much to the Uche O'Rai Show. I'm your host, Mr. Uche Ernest O'Rai. I probably shouldn't make this video because I'm kind of hot right now. I'm hot as in like hot, upset, not happy, about a conversation I just had. You know how I told y'all that I like to engage perfect strangers in conversations, okay? So I'm sitting somewhere and I hear somebody in the background say something to the effect of, the guy's obviously was a Muslim or is a Muslim. So somebody says something to him about, I guess, Islam, and the guy hops up and says, Muhammad makes men that ain't none of this turn the other cheek type scenario over here. So, I'm over there listening like, what is he actually trying to say? So I asked him, I said, my friend, are you implying that Christianity is a weak religion? Or are you implying that, Christians are weak compared to Muslims? So he responds to me and says, well, I don't recognize Christ. I don't recognize Christianity as a religion. I said, okay. So he then says that, and I said, I'll concede to that. I said, I don't always believe that Christ came to be worshipped. Okay. Christ came, did what he did. We decided to worship him. All right. So I said, okay, well, if you don't, I said, if you don't believe that Christ was, you don't believe that Christianity is a religion, I said, okay, fair enough. So I asked him, I said, I don't know too much about Muhammad. And for my Muslim brothers and sisters that's going to watch this, I don't hope to offend anybody, but I will speak my mind. So I said, I don't know too much about Muhammad, but let me ask you, do you believe that Muhammad came to be worshipped? He said, no, he views Muhammad as a prophet. I said, okay. All right. He said, but then he talks about Abraham. He said, what religion did Abraham belong to? I said, well, the Old Testament doesn't really say what religion Abraham was. We all assume he was Jewish, but it never really said what religion he was. He considered himself a friend of God, which the young man conceded to as well. I think he was trying to go the direction to say Abraham's faith was Islam. I think that's where he was trying to go with it. So he went to say that he doesn't believe in three gods, that Islam doesn't believe in three gods. I said, what three gods are you talking about? He said the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. I said the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, that's not three gods. That's a Holy Trinity. I said the Father is the Father, the Son is the Son, the Holy Spirit is the Holy Spirit. I said it's not apples and oranges. Okay? I said Christians believe that worshiping is not just, it's not just bowing down to pray to your God. Okay? As a Christian, I believe that you're meant to have a relationship with God. And that's the point that Jesus came to convey. I think prior to Jesus, Muslims and Jews viewed God as somebody over there. Okay? And when Christ came, he came to show that God is somebody over here in our heart. Okay, and he came to show the love of God. Okay, and so I get offended, not offended, but I get upset sometimes when I see that Christians don't practice their faith faithfully. Okay, sometimes I give a lot of big ups to Islam when I see how religious some Muslim brothers and sisters are. And, some Jews as well. They are not ashamed of the fact that they're Christians. And I don't mean to say that Christians are ashamed that they're Christian, but I just feel like some Christians could more actively practice their faith. I mean, Muslims will pray five times a day. Most Muslims anyway pray 5 times a day, no matter where they are. When it's time to pray, they leave their jobs and go to the mosque and pray. If you ask a Christian to pray 5 times a day or even 3 times a day, it's going to be a long conversation. Case in point, when you went to your church this Sunday, how did it look compared to last Sunday? Easter Sunday, there wasn't a single seat in Lakewood Church, and that church fits close to 20,000 people. Has 24,000 seats, if I'm not mistaken. And there wasn't a single seat in there. Service started at 11. By 12 o'clock, there wasn't a single seat available. And the service isn't even over to like almost 1 o'clock. But at 12, there wasn't a single seat. I'll take that back. By 11:30, there wasn't a single seat in there available. But this weekend that we just passed, oh, there's plenty of seats. You know, and that's what gets me sometimes. You know, it's like our faith is the faith that's anything goes. Yes, the Bible talks about second chances, and I thank God for the second, third, and fourth chances he's given me and everybody else. But I don't know if that's one of the reasons why sometimes people tend to take the faith for granted. I heard today about how the Bible series is the #1 is right now it's out on DVD and it's breaking all kind of records. Okay, and I'm like, why don't they just give it away? I understand that it costs money to produce it and to put it together, but that's why you sold commercials to be able to sell it. At my church, they were selling the compilation for $42, and you got a $20 coupon at the register. I'm like, $42, you know? I mean, God, Jesus said you can't serve money and God at the same time. So, you know, the monetary aspect of the religion and how some people enrich themselves out of it or become Christians for convenience, it is offensive. But back to my original point of starting start making this video. I'm not a violent person. I'm a peaceful person. But the way you know, I don't know if the guy just caught me at the wrong time or what. You know, it's just the way he said what he said was like trying to shut all the Christians in the room up. You know, was like he's trying to say that. I mean, the comment that, you know, Muhammad makes men was almost trying to say that Jesus Christ and you know, makes, I don't know, that the men that follow Jesus Christ aren't men. I was, you know, I took huge offense to that. Nothing against anybody else's religion, but I'm not a fan of dumping on anybody's religion. And I will not sit in the room and let somebody dump on my religion. Absolutely not. You know, the brother looked like he'd done some time. It don't matter. I told him, I said, hey, look. I said, look, I love my religion and I'll die for my religion as well. I said, he died for me. Ain't no reason why I won't die to spread it if I have to. I said, ain't no reason why. He died for me and everybody else. I ain't got no problem dying for mine. Brother said something about, well, if a war happens, I want to make sure I got men in front of me and men behind me. I said, well, you know, I don't know where he was going with that. I know where he was going with that, but I told that fool, look, pretty much the whole point was me speaking was to let him know I wasn't going to be intimidated. As a Christian sitting anywhere, I would not let anybody dump on my religion while I'm in the room. You know, even if I'm outnumbered, I know Christ is with me, and his numbers are greater than anybody else's. So anyways, I just came to y'all to just tell you to just stand up for your religion no matter where you are. You ain't got to be combative. I had an educated conversation with him about the Old Testament, New Testament, whatever, you know. But I left him with the impression that Christians aren't weak, and I don't want anybody, Hindu, Muslim, or anything, to have the impression that Christians are weak or we're pushovers just because Jesus said turn the other cheek. You know, doesn't mean that at the same time he doesn't want us to pick up a sword, if necessary to do so, to defend our religion. You know, I hate it when I hear about churches being blown up here and being blown up there and Christians being massacred. To me, that's absolutely unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Everybody in every religion should defend themselves. And, you know, Jesus said turn the other cheek. But I don't know if he wants you to let the man walk up to you and slap you. But even at some point, you know, you just can't turn the other cheek. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. I'm calm and collected now. Okay, woosah. I've had my woosah moment. I got it out. Y'all listen to me. I'm sure you feel me. Thank y'all very much to the Uche Arai Show. I'm your host, Mr. Uche Ernest Arai. Please stand up for your religion, no matter what it is, but especially if you're a Christian. Stay blessed, y'all. Boop.